What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk with Naj. Today we're going to be talking about the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers series. The Mavs are actually up 2-0 now after they defeated the Clippers on the road, and Luka Doncic had a lot to say in this one. Luka Doncic straight balled in this one. He had 39 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Los Angeles Clippers defense had no answers all night long for Doncic, as he was able to hit memorable shots, one being the one-legged three-point shot, just toying and playing around with the Clippers all night long. He even had a poster against Markieff Morris. I mean, for Doncic, he shows that he wants it, even at a young age. And this is not to throw any salt on the future stars of the league, but I do think Luka Doncic is the future face of the league when LeBron James decides to let go of the mantle. I say that because from what he's shown me, I'm not going to say the Mavs are devoid of talent. They do have some good pieces around him, but it's not superstar pieces. Of course, Kristaps Porzingis is good, but he's not a superstar. He's not even a star, in my opinion. He is injury prone. He can't contribute a lot to the team, but would you consider him a star? No. Tim Hardaway, great player, but it's not a star either. So, Doncic is doing his thing, and he's talking his mess. He's talking his talk. He's not scared to go up against anybody. And what's even more crazy, last year they went up against them, and they took them to 6 games. And without the injury to Porzingis, who knows? They could have even possibly won the series. So Doncic is not afraid of the moment. He's willing the moment. But I will pause to say that it's still early in his career. He's only in his second playoff season. And he hasn't got past the first round just yet. So Doncic, of course, still has work to do. So I'm not going to just say, but based off of his potential, he does. Because if you double him, he's going to beat you with the pass. His passing is superb. Even at a young age, he sees the floor well. And like I said, not to disrespect the future stars like Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, John Morant, Zion Williamson, and all the other young boys, they can all play. They're all going to be future stars if they're not stars already. But Doncic has the tools to be the face of the league. He has the personality. He has the fortitude. He has all that to become the future face of the league. So, if you're a Mavs fan, lock in, get excited, because he's going to lead you guys, I think, eventually to a championship. It's still early, but you surround him with the right pieces, look out. Now, talking about the Los Angeles Clippers, they're in trouble. I don't know if you guys know the meme. They're in trouble. Because you cannot lose 2 games on your home floor and expect to win a series. That's really difficult to do. I'm not saying it can't be done, but now you're going to a hostile environment in Dallas, where the fans are going to go crazy. They got increased fan capacity. The fans are making a difference. The fans make a difference in the game. So it's going to be more difficult to win on the road. It's not impossible, but you drop your first 2 at home. Now, I'm not going to blame this one on Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard had 41 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. Paul George has 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. So I won't say they didn't show up. The stars showed up, but there has to be better defense. You can't let Luka just go and torch you. Whether you got to send a double, whether Kawhi Leonard has to choose the defensive responsibility. They're supposed to be some of the best wing defenders in the league. Him and Paul George, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are supposed to be some of the best wing defenders in the league. So why is Luka going off for this amount? You can go back even last year in the bubble when Jamal Murray was going off for 40 plus. I'm not supposed to allow that to happen if you're some of the best players in the league on defense. No way. You're supposed to stop the next or the opposing team's best player, but we just have not seen that. And last year the Clippers were supposed to go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Guess who was waiting for them? LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the conference finals. But they blew a 3-1 lead. They didn't play well, and they got bounced out. Now they risk the potential of getting bounced out in the first round. And I'm telling you, this is my hot take. If the Los Angeles Clippers lose in the first round to the Dallas Mavericks, Kawhi Leonard is gone. You can forget about it. You think he's going to stay and he's a free agent and he can go somewhere else and go win? He's competitive. He just has his own way of doing it. He's a quiet superstar. But he's still elite. He put it up 41 points. He's still an elite player. He wants to win. And what's crazy is Kawhi Leonard even had the choice of either teaming up with AD and LeBron on the Lakers, running back in Toronto. But no, He chose to go to the Clippers, do his own thing, and he wanted Paul George. So the organization traded for Paul George. But what benefits have we seen since then? They're struggling too. And what's kind of ironic about it is that people used to blame, Russell Westbrook used to play for OKC, now with Washington, used to say that, he kept getting bounced out the first round, or he didn't get far enough. What if the same thing happens to the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard when he's with Paul George? I'm not saying Paul George is the problem, but at times he's underperforming in the playoffs, but he's still a star. I'm not going to throw dirt on his name. He's still a star. But when you think about it, the Clippers have underwhelmingly underachieved. This team is supposed to be a title favorite. You shouldn't be down 2-0 in a best-of-7 series when you are favored for one, and two, you have the higher seed. So that's my thoughts on that. And my hot take is, if they get bounced out the first round, Kawhi Leonard's gone. You can forget about it. So Clippers better make their adjustments and try to scratch and claw their way back into the series. And as far as Luka, hey, that's a bad man. They better get somebody to guard him or have somebody else step up in order to beat them for the Clippers. Because if not, they might find themselves bounced out of the playoffs. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. That's what I got for today. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.